Life on our planet can be tough, especially when it comes to living in places with more extreme environments and conditions. However, in course of evolution, some species have developed very special abilities and physical properties to survive in the harshest of conditions. Today I want to show you 3 different animals that adapted perfectly to their respective extreme habitat. A kangaroo rat is a small, sandy brown rodent with a long tail and big hind feet. These feet allow them to jump up to 2 or even 2.5 meters at a bound, a great ability while evading a handful of different predators. The heads are big and have large eyes but small ears. Depending on the subspecies, a kangaroo rat weighs around 125 grams and can be 8 to 14 centimeters long, excluding a tail with a length of about 14 to 16 centimeters. These little creatures live in the drier regions of western and southwestern US, inhabiting a variety of desert niches like the desert scrub, open grasslands or sandy soils. So basically the habitat can be very hot, but most notably it can be very dry, with water being a rarity. That, however, is no problem for the kangaroo rat. It basically can live out its whole life without having to drink a drop of water once. That is because of their seed diet. Kangaroo rats get all their needed moisture from the seeds they eat. They also save water because they don't have the ability to sweat or pant like other animals. All this together allows the kangaroo rat to survive in the dry deserts of North America. Let's move over from the dry deserts to the cold north and meet the woodfrog. A woodfrog is roughly 7.5 centimeters long and weighs only 8 grams. It has a tan to brownish color, so it is perfectly camouflaged in its habitat of forests and woodlands in northeastern US and basically all of Canada and Alaska. This cool climate being has developed a fascinating way to survive the freezing cold temperatures in the winter. It is not uncommon to have temperatures of around minus 45 degrees Celsius in some of the places the woodfrog lives in. So how does the woodfrog actually do it? Unlike other frog species in colder regions, the woodfrog does not hibernate in deep waters of lakes, ponds or streams. They hibernate by nestling down in the leafy litter of the forest floor and basically spend their winter being frozen up to 65% of their body. Yes, these frogs actually freeze their body in winter and melt in the spring. It stops moving, stops breathing, and even the heartbeat stops. Usually this would lead to death of a living being because eventually the blood will freeze and oxygen cannot be delivered through the body and especially to the organs. The woodfrog, however, has a solution. Its liver produces a very large amount of glucose and distributes it to every cell in the body. Glucose is a sugary solution that prevents the cells from freezing, while also binding water molecules to prevent dehydration. All this makes it possible that ice only forms around the outside of the frog's cells, but does not form on the inside of the cells. Lethal damage can be prevented in that way. In spring, the first thing that starts working again is the heart. Scientists still don't know what exactly starts the woodfrog's heart at the beginning of spring, but it certainly is a mind-blowing ability. The seawater in the Antarctic Ocean, better known as the Southern Ocean, is obviously freezing cold. The presence of salt in the water allows it to stay liquid even under the typical freezing point of water, reaching temperatures of up to minus 1.9 degrees Celsius before it freezes. And to survive in the sub-zero water temperatures, Antarctic fish have developed proteins that act like an antifreeze in their bloodstream and prevents the blood from freezing. Along with normal body salts, this antifreeze protein actually depresses the freezing point of the fish's blood to up to minus 2.5 degrees Celsius, which is just a little bit below the freezing point of the surrounding seawater. In the bloodstream and in other body fluids, the antifreeze proteins bind to small ice crystals and inhibit their growth. And somehow the fish is able to survive with the small and bound ice crystals in the bloodstream. This is such an ordinary ability that these type of fish make up 90% of the fish's biomass in some regions of the Southern Sea. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, a like would be very much appreciated. You might even want to consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this and everything nature and wildlife. But most importantly, have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day.